Hey, this is Tim McManus from Valley Stream, New York, and you're watching Wheel Talk. My first experience with hockey as a kid, I was lucky growing up in Valley Stream, New York, which was a pretty big hotbed of hockey. And I lived down the block from Barrett Park, which became like a mecca of Valley Stream hockey when I was younger. And just walking by the rink every day, I would just look at these older guys playing, and I wanted to try it. I begged my mom to get me some skates and a stick, and the rest was history. When I first started playing hockey, it's pretty funny. I was about 10, 11 years old, and I asked my mom, to get me started. We went to the local hockey store, and like I'm sure a lot of kids, first question is your son lefty or righty? And the easy answer was he's a righty. I wrote righty, bought me a righty stick, and I like to think that was probably the reason I was arguably the worst player in the league that first year. I was really a lefty. In 1993, our hockey director at the Barrett Park rink in Valley Stream had found out about a national tournament, USAC, being held in New Jersey that summer. So they basically took the 12 best players in the adult league that we played in, and we just said, the heck with it, let's go. We went, and we dominated. We started out, I think we played in the bronze division to start. We killed everyone. They moved us up to the silver division, killed everyone there, and we were the first team, I think, in the 30-year history to go right up to the top division, the platinum division, or the gold division it was then. And we fared pretty well, just ran out of gas, and tournament hockey was born in Valley Stream. My claim to fame is I scored the first goal ever for anyone from Long Island playing in a tournament. Might have been my only goal that first year, but I had the first one playing defense, so no one could ever take that away from me. But after a few years of doing it, I loved playing, but I knew there was more out there than that for me, and I started coaching. So we got our first youth group from Valley Stream. Some names you probably know: Pete Penicky, Sean McGrath, Brian Richford, and we started a group of guys. I started coaching them, and I was inspired to coach from just watching some of these other great coaches out there, like Todd Melton, who I looked up to, and some other guys. We started practicing at Newbridge Arena, and took a team vote in the locker room that year in 1995, I believe it was. Took a vote for our team name, and we voted on the Empire Snipers. Went to nationals that summer, won the Pee Wee and the junior division our first year out. I met the Mission and La Beta guys there at that tournament. They became our sponsors. We became the first teams ever sponsored by Mission Hockey, and we became the Mission Empire Snipers. And we went on for many years after that to be one of the top teams in the country, and I'm really proud to have gotten so many young guys involved in the sport from that early on that I still see playing today at State Wars and other tournaments that I'm involved with. It's been just so great to see where it's come from being a kid just watching roller hockey in Valley Stream when I was 10 years old and wanting to play like the big boys, and now coaching some of the best players in the world. But I always wanted more, and I'll never forget, I was refereeing high school hockey at Rapid Fire, and I saw how into it the kids were. I think it was like a Connect Quad game against Bayport or someone, and the crowd was packed at Rapid Fire, and I couldn't believe how many kids were coming out to watch their high school team play roller hockey. And I was like, imagine if this was a New York State team playing California or whatnot. And the wheels started turning about things we could do different in the sport. And I went home with a pad and pencil and started taking notes. And I still have all those notepads of ideas I had originally back in, I think it was 2003. And then 2005, State Wars was born. And we had 192 teams our first year, which was incredible. And here we are, 15 years later, we're the biggest tournament, not only in the United States, but the entire world of inline hockey. So it's pretty awesome to see, and definitely humbling. State Wars has taken on just a life of its own. Like I said, in 2005 we started with less than 200 teams, and here we are last year in 2019. We had 320 teams traveling to Fort Wayne, Indiana, of all places, to play roller hockey. And what makes me so proud about that is we had teams from 11 different countries playing, and it's just amazing to see teams from all around the world. We had teams from Namibia, Africa. It took them 24 hours in flights to get to State Wars last summer. And when I've had the privilege the last few years of coaching Team USA, and when we were in Barcelona last year, I had people from all around the world coming up to me. Hey, State Wars, hey, the Palmer Pro Division. And just seeing that people know who we are from all around the world is just incredible. And to think going from Long Island, New York to Barcelona, Spain, and meeting people that know us in the sport is just incredible. In 2017, I had one of the ultimate honors. Joe Cook, who was the head coach of Team USA, asked me to join him on the bench to coach at the IHF World Championships in Slovakia. And I was just blown away. I had always wanted to do that. and finally getting the opportunity, and just to coach players from not just the snipers. The snipers know me as the guy, which is great. I've been with them so long, so I'm like the dad to them or the big brother. But now coaching players like Travis Snow or Matt White or Cody Kettler, players from all around the country that I know, but I wasn't coaching, so to speak, as much. And to step on a rink with them was just pretty awesome. And we went there, won the gold medal. We were the 5th seeded team going into the tournament that year, so we won. And then last year, 2019, I got named the head coach of Team USA, and a team that had struggled the last few years at the Fears Championship. And we went to Barcelona, playing a tough Czech team, again, coaching players from all around the world, and won the gold medal again. So 2 for 2 coaching Team USA. And it's so different than coaching locally. When you coach Team USA, besides the honor of doing it, you're running practices there. We're adjusting on the fly. We're in the locker room an hour and a half before a game and really coaching a little bit and talking about it. Tournaments are a little bit different. You're coming and going so quick. It's really not as much coaching involved. But from selecting the team to knowing who's going to have good chemistry and whatnot, that process before we go, and then running practices there. The Czechs beat us in the round robin, and we had practices just going over videotape of things we did wrong to adjust for the final that we won 3-0. So that just is really good for me. It gets my competitive juices flowing and gets some coaching in there as well, which is what I'm all about. At 47 years old now, I'm still proud that I play hockey 3 days a week. I play inline hockey once, I play ice twice. I think I'm still pretty competitive for an old guy. And my competitiveness hasn't changed. I still want to win like anybody. Pre-game routines are never been crazy for me. I'm a little bit superstitious, but not too much. I put my left skate on, then my right skate. I get dressed the same order every time. I have some Skittles before I go to the game, maybe give a little energy boost. And now in my old age, my newest routine is, because I have a problem with my left hip, is I ride my Peloton bike for 10, 15 minutes before every game. And it loosens me up, and I feel great. And it's been like the fountain of youth for me, having that Peloton bike for hockey. So as far as coaching goes, I always have a piece of paper if you see me on the bench. No matter what the game is, I always write down my lines, my power play, my penalty kill, even though I know the guys so well. I take notes during the game of plus, minus, and whatnot, and I've had people ask me after a game, what's that paper and pen every game you have? But I do that every single game when I coach the snipers, and I've been doing it forever, and that's probably my only real routine as far as coaching goes. Coaching Team USA, like I said, is so different being away. The biggest routines I have with that is just being organized. We have to be prepared early on. I had the goalies switching halves each game last year, which we were the first team to do that, and all the other teams I noticed started doing that. So just a lot more preparation goes into it. I'm getting to the rink a lot earlier. I'm watching other teams play a lot more, learning their systems. These other countries like Italy and France, they're good players. They work differently. They play differently overseas. So just really trying to learn the game over there because I'm just so used to the United States way of playing. So just a lot of homework and just trying to do the best for my guys. I think hockey and really all sports is just such great life lessoning tools for everybody. It teaches you how to work well with others, how to take authority, how to take the blame for things you do wrong, how to give credit to others, how to win and lose with respect. And for me, the biggest life lessons I've learned through hockey is treating people well. When I was just a coach with the snipers, I was nice to all the teams, and I was a mission guy, but I worked well with the tour guy, and I worked well with the other wheel sponsors and whatnot. And then when it came to starting State Wars, I was able to reach out to everyone and get them all involved because I had good relationships with everyone. So that really taught me to treat people well, no matter if you need them or not, because you never know where the future is going to take you. And I've always believed in being a good person, treat people well, and hopefully good things come of that. And there's a lot of karma in life. It's crazy to think that back when I was 10 years old and my mom bought me the wrong stick to use, that years later I would be coaching Team USA. And there's only one person in the entire world that can say he coaches Team USA. And the fact that I'm bringing so much joy to so many families at State Wars each year from all around the world, it's just been so amazing to see, and I'm just so proud of where hockey has taken me. I owe hockey my life.